I'm not meant for any.
You got it, man.
I'm just middle management.
Not anymore.
Is my tie getting tighter, or is my neck getting fatter somehow?
It looks phenomenal, mate.
You are Michael.
Yeah.
You are smart and capable, and you're a fearless leader.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Come on.
Open that door.
Yeah.
Hi, John. I'm Michael. I'm the architect. Come on in.
Oh dear.
Hi, John. I'm Eleanor. I'm the architect.
You got it.
You're dead.
What?
It's okay that you're dead.
Yeah.
You're in the good place. You're here because of all the incredible things you did on Earth.
What did he do?
Are all right in front of me.
Okay.
Check your file. Good. That's what I thought. Wow, John.
She's the expert blagger. She's got this.
Sorry, did I introduce Michael? He's my assistant.
Hi.
He
just transferred over here from dog heaven. So, he's still getting used to it.
That would daze you, mate. Yeah, fair. It's a lot of whoa.
Like an angel or something?
Right. Sometimes, the show will like throw something at you and you're like, but why don't we have that? Do we have footlager? Because I'm just saying, can we introduce that maybe into society? Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'll be honest, I saw that and I felt happier. Admittedly, maybe that says more about me. Yeah, fair.
So are you like an angel or something?
Aren't you sweet? Enough about me. Everything you see is here for you to enjoy for eternity.
Why is it 322 people?
Janet?
Hi there.
Beautiful.
The architect of the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that is certainly information that I already know.
Smooth.
Wow. Wait, so you really do know everything. Kind of seems like she should be running the neighborhood.
Behave.
John, in retrospect, that does seem like a much better idea. Get over here now, dummy.
Yeah, sort him out.
Guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you all look phenomenal.
New plan. I'm now the architect.
Stop making those faces because I already
You're gonna rock this. You're like the Blake Bortles of whatever's going on right now. I'm not really sure.
Oh, I love you, mate.
I love you so much.
translate the gibberish. Tahani, continue working on the welcome party.
Look at this, Eleanor in a position of power. Almost this demonstration of if you nurture someone right, which is exactly what's happened with, these guys. They have gone through this process where they have made strives to be better, become better, to the point that now, thrust into a position of power, she's killing it, she's nailing it. She's got all of the tools that she needs. Again, kind of an advocate for the power of nurture.
How's it going?
This is overwhelming. This whole box is just one trip to Wendy's.
Wild.
But so far, I think I'm doing okay. It's like I became such a good person. Forgot. I'm a world-class liar, baby.
Very fun thing to hear from your girlfriend. You being the architect is kind of hot. It's kind of like I'm secretly dating my boss.
Hello.
A resident would say goodbye to an architect. Eleanor!
Hello.
What if John had seen us? Scared, and yet somehow turned on?
Scared is the best
You can
way to be
reset it,
horny.
it's
Scared is the best way to be horny.
Now who's doing the teaching?
Hey, now.
I don't know about that, buddy.
Tahani Al-Jamil. I used to write about you all the time on my blog, The Gossip Toilet. We were the ones that invented the Olsen twins countdown clock for when they became legal.
Oh god.
It was us.
Oh no, that's so bad.
You were quite mean to me.
Don't take it personally, Tahani.
Just doing the important work of telling truth to power.
Oh yeah.
You died in Canada? It's like the nip slip of dying. What are the odds that you and I would end up spending eternity together?
Oh god. Sorry, I'm watching this and I'm like, I'm trying to remember. Were the four, Eleanor, Chidi, Tahani, Jason, were they that bad in season 1? Were they? I've lost track. I can't remember because I'm watching it and I'm like, I feel like they weren't, but they probably were, right? He seems very annoying.
Michael, it is I, Tahani.
What's wrong?
I know John. Rather, he knows me.
Maybe it is also because he's kind of come for someone that we know as the audience. Do you know what I mean? So it's like he was saying all that stuff, and because it's attacking Tahani, I feel maybe a little stronger about it. Do you know? So maybe it's that's kind of making me feel like he's worse than perhaps they were.
They picked the people who would be the worst for us.
Oh.
Did I not anticipate this?
That's not fair. We got to start the test again. Just tell the judge, because I'm sorry, this is influencing the legitimacy of the test. It's not neutral anymore.
Sean didn't just choose a bunch of serial killers. He chose your tormentors.
Who's it gonna be? Okay. No. She's dead? Oh, what happened?
And obviously against the rules.
Yes.
But it's not Dillhole.
Oh, come on.
It's going to destroy the integrity of the experiment.
Yep.
Plus, now I have to live next to a man who once lied and said I wasn't at Diddy's white party.
Oh, that's not Edgewell.
I was there, Eleanor.
Oh, Tahani.
How are we gonna make Simone better when she's asleep the whole time? Hello? We can't work with this.
You never stipulated that we couldn't choose people who had some sort of connection to them.
She should have. But how would she have known? This is almost the problem, isn't it? With establishing rules or establishing any level of a status quo, is that humanity or people like Sean, you know, people within that, if they have selfish motivations or they're not going into something with perhaps the best intentions for their fellow human, they are a little bit more selfish, whatever it might be, they can skew it. It's almost this thing of we can't have nice things because there will be people who will take advantage of that system. And so it results in this thing of like, on paper, this works, this should work, this is the best thing we can possibly think of. But in practice, with individuals like Sean or other humans, it doesn't work, and it's made not to work. It means that there's probably not going to be ever any system that's going to work for everyone. That's not going to happen. It is absolutely that goal, I suppose, of trying to find a system or a series of systems that work in tandem, work together, that slowly help us, I suppose, get to a place where actually it's helping the maximum amount of people as possible. Is that always going to be good? Is it always going to be fair? Probably not.
We can't work with this.
I'm really sad Simone's dead. Did he kill her?
Then Simone just happened to die on Earth.
It just happened.
Really cool. You want to know how it happened, Chidi?
No!
I do kind of want to.
It's not against the rules for the 4 new humans to have connections to the original 4.
But you got to acknowledge.
It was kind of a dirty trick. Michael can erase Simone's memory to the point before she met any of you.
Okay, that's still going to be weird. Because that means that the people in the test, you know, obviously Chidi and gang are going to feel a certain way, and it's going to impact their ability to do what they need to do to make sure that this is a fair test. I mean, I'm kind of in a place where I'm like, well, the episode's called Pandemonium, goddamn right? I'm kind of at a place where I'm like, I'm throwing out this test again, because it's like... I get it, it's a show, you gotta, you know, throw a spanner in the works somehow, but at the same time, yeah, we'll see what we get to, I suppose.
What's that thing you humans say when you're playing chess?
Checkmate.
Opponent into an inescapable position. Oh, right. Eat butt, you ding-dongs.
No, that's incorrect, I think.
Jason, talk to no one, go nowhere, do nothing.
I won't let you down.
He's so great. The way that he was so serious. That was beautiful.
Talk to no one, go nowhere, do nothing.
I won't let you down.
It wasn't just that, it was the tone of voice.
We don't want me to avoid her. The whole plan is that I'm supposed to help them learn ethics so they can improve.
Yeah.
Okay, we can deal with that later.
You just gotta get over it, mate.
Janet,
Tahani, you can't just be staring at him.
is this a savage insult?
Go ahead.
Sure.
No, she's regressing. Because it's personal.
That is 84% savage. Although, there is a 29% chance he responds, "Oh, honey," in a tone so devastating you will think of it every day for the rest of time.
I like those odds.
No, it's not the function of what you're supposed to be doing.
That's exactly what the bad place wants me to do.
Hello.
Is John here to drag me back into my old patterns?
Beautiful.
Obsession with social status?
Mm.
I shan't let it happen.
Well done, mate. Proud of you.
And I look forward to putting the past behind us.
Oh, I don't think he wants that.
Oh my god, you are so cute. You are so cute, it's
No.
gross. You disgust
No.
me. I love you. Get out of here. I never want to see you again. I love you so much.
I don't know how to feel. There's a lot of things happening, mate. Choose one.
Hi, Simone. I'm Eleanor.
It is good to see you again, mate. I'll be honest with you, but not here.
I mean, there's a decent chance this entire thing is just a complex electrochemical reaction caused by my synapses randomly firing in the millisecond after my death. But this froyo is...
Oh, God.
I'm just gonna roll with it. Half strawberry, half male co-worker gets called out for stealing your ideas.
Ooh, those go great together. You just chill, baby girl. We'll check in with you later.
She's doing great. Buddy, everyone, we gotta send a memo around to everybody to be like, no staring. Okay, we gotta stop the staring. It's never good.
I've always been good at pretending I've never met people before.
I think this new dynamic may actually be good. You know, it gives me more time to observe and plan.
Hey.
And I'll be the mastermind.
It's all gonna go wrong at some point, innit?
It won't be okay. You need to erase my memory.
Whoa, buddy. You lose all of Eleanor.
What are you talking about?
I suppose they can give him back his memories after, right?
It's checkmate. It completely neutralizes me. I'll be too freaked out.
Oh god, that'd be horrible. Sorry, because there's no reason that he wouldn't fall in love with Simone. And then is it ethical to give him back his memories of all of this and that'll torture him more, and then he has a dilemma, right? God, no, Chidi, you've not thought this through. This is the worst idea possible. You just need to confront. You need to confront what's going on with you. And you need to be a normal human about it and just teach her.
Hey, that's a part of life, man.
Mm.
And I used to run into my exes all the time at the mall.
Really? Was that on purpose?
I texted them and told them to come over.
Okay.
This isn't just about me feeling awkward around my ex. It's more about...
You feel like you're gonna ruin
Everyone gets tortured.
forever.
There's a lot at stake, yeah.
No, there has to be another way.
Go on, Michael.
I've thought about this from every angle.
I don't think you have.
I will, one way or the other, ruin the experiment.
Damn.
Because if we erase your memory all the way back to before you met Simone, that Australia and the study,
Yep.
that would be erasing
Us.
I get it though. I mean, this is a really important experiment. Really important. And he obviously knows that, and he's weighing that up against the negatives. Maybe he has thought about it, and maybe his judgment is it's not as important as the greater goal here. I get it. And it's a good writing decision, because I mean, there's so much you could do with that. Because you'd make it as dramatic as possible. You'd make it an ethical question. I mean, that's what the show does, which to me, to my mind, I'm like, have him start to fall for her again. And then it becomes a question of, do you give back the memories? Do you not? From Eleanor's perspective, you kind of have to a certain point too, but then again, like I say, you've got Chidi coming to this place where suddenly he has, these feelings for Simone that are there, they're not gonna go away, but also these memories of this life that he just forgotten. I don't envy him.
Will you remember that time in Australia when we stayed
Jason
and ate pizza together? Will you remember when we...
Oh, Jason.
Will you remember pizza?
Will I remember what pizza is? Yeah.
So not a total loss.
Let's have an old-fashioned brainstorming session. We'll get Chinese food and we'll...
Yeah.
And someone will say something innocuous and I'll say, wait, say that again.
Maybe so.
classic human situation. Your friends are going through something awful, and there is nothing you can do about it.
I hate this. I'm sorry.
Fair enough, mate. Well done, yeah.
You don't need to apologize for making a huge sacrifice.
This
is why people love moral philosophy professors.
Every time you see me get a stomachache, imagine I'm thinking of you.
That's a lot.
All the time?
Pig.
Sorry to interrupt.
Go on.
Think of it as a going away present.
That's a nice shot we've never seen before. This feels very final, doesn't it? Will they ever reclaim this again? Maybe not. I mean, that's the point. Certainly a choice, though, to go with this. I know from previous comments on my videos that I get the impression, I don't know, let me know in the comments, but I get the impression that not everybody is sold on Chidi and Eleanor's relationship. I am personally. I think, I did very early on talk about I'd hate it if that happened, and, I quite like the platonic nature of it. And I did, and I do. At the same time, I think they kind of drip fed it enough into the show, and, we had that tape of them declaring their love for each other. Like, we didn't see it, we just got that. It was almost like a little bit of time travel of, it happened and then we didn't have it, and we slowly found our way there. And I think because it inserted the idea of it before it actually happened, before we actually saw it as the audience properly, I think that worked for me. It kind of warmed me to the idea before we actually got it. So I feel it. At the same time, I am kind of sat back and I'm like, oh, it's the finale of season 3, and we're kind of focusing, making the big emotional beat center on this romantic relationship that I feel like not everyone perhaps is connected with. And we had last episode and this idea of this largely existential question, really heavy, really interesting, really complex stuff, and now we've kind of shifted mood, tone, story to the very human, personal kind of romance, love aspects. It's just a shift in tone, a shift in subject matter that I think perhaps for a finale, considering the episode we just had and how serious and all-consuming, world-ending, afterlife ending that was, this is kind of like a shift down almost. Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether that would necessarily connect with everybody. Obviously, sorry, this depends on how we, end the episode and what we get to. It might kind of widen out again into, that subject matter, I suppose. But sorry, I just find myself at the moment being like, I can see why people might be a little bit disappointed by this, just considering not that this is bad, but just because of what they're choosing to focus on. Again, I don't know though, I'm speculating. Let me know down in the comments. At the same time, I'm talking about, I've been sold by their relationship. I'm kind of like, I kind of want the tone and the subject matter that we kind of established last episode, and I want to take that, run with it into this episode, and we haven't really. We've kind of, like I say, not taken a step back, but taken a step to the side over here and doing this for a little bit. And I'm like, okay, it's called Pandemonium. It's the finale of season 3. I kind of wanted, again, sorry, maybe it's just my own personal taste too. It's not, I suppose, as world-ending as a finale as I perhaps expected, so some of it might just be my, false expectations of the episode too, but we shall see. We have 5 minutes left to go, so we'll see. Oh. Maybe they are saving the stuff from last episode into gonna run with that next season, maybe. Is Michael distracting them? Is he gonna do something else?
That girl was hot. Guy was too.
I'm gonna miss you so much, Eleanor.
Except you won't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss you.
And that person's not gonna exist to a certain extent.
You're just gonna think I'm some sexy godlike figure.
How, I feel like this example that we're getting here, that line she just said, you're just gonna think I'm some, you know, godlike figure. Are we building towards a thing of like, you know, the beings like Michael were human at one point or another? And they've just, I don't know, it was mentioned that Michael invented the, you know, the memory thing, but also just because someone, I mean, it might have been a case of reinvention. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they forgot it, ironically. And I mean, that would be interesting. And it would make a lot of sense, right? Why they made The Good Place and The Bad Place. That's like I've been saying it, or like a lot of the show, that's a very human thing to do. So it would make sense that, you know, Michael and the Eternals were once human. And I mean, you look at Eleanor, Chidi, they're immortal in this place. All of the humans that have come to these places become immortal. They don't die, they don't age. That's just how they are. They get frozen, right? So like if you zap one of them back to like zero memory and wanted to say, hey, you're an Eternal, and teach them that way, nurture, you could absolutely persuade them that they are that. You know, suddenly they just become, and to their mind, oh, I was just created as an Eternal, whatever their, you know, idea of creation is. It would make a lot of sense, and it would allow them, I think, next season to like come full circle. And that would be so interesting, actually, because Michael's got this obsession with humanity, and it's like it would be so huge for him to find out if he was human once. That's where he came from. That's where they all came from. Because I mean, these Eternals, they are different. You know, Sean, Michael, the Judge, they all have different levels of good or bad, and they've just been put in charge of the place that they most connect with. And I suppose it would almost be this allegory of, you know, you're so deep in a system that you think that's all there is, and you fool yourself into thinking that things perhaps are so solid and true that because it's been so long, you're so entrenched in it, when actually when you step out of it, it's not how you thought, and perhaps you forgot even why you started that in the first place. So I'm getting very vague about it, but I'm just trying to think what they could do with that. If they, I think this is the thing. I think that would be really interesting, which is why I'm kind of like persuading myself that is the truth of it. I just think it would be really interesting. I don't know if I've actually theorized about that earlier in the show. Maybe I have, but I'm actually coming around to it. That line
I'm
there.
Some sexy godlike figure.
Yeah, and Chidi wouldn't know any different. Chidi would see her that way. The only difference being Eleanor doesn't think of herself that way, but if you wiped her and persuaded her, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
I know you're deflecting by making jokes about how hot
It's
you
not
are.
a joke. I'm a legit snack. I wish we had more time together.
Oh, time means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get through this.
Yeah.
I can chill out in the dot of the eye forever.
Oh.
We'll be okay.
Maybe.
We found each other before hundreds of times.
Mm.
We can do it again.
Mm.
Can you tell me the answer? The answer to everything. There has to be meaning to existence.
I had to watch Jason have no recognition of me.
Yeah.
The more human I become, the less things make sense. But
that sucks.
Part of the fun, right?
Yeah.
If there were an answer I could give you to how the universe works, it wouldn't be special.
Wouldn't change anything.
It would just be a big, dumb food processor.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to make sense. When you find something or someone that does, it's euphoria.
It's a focus.
In all this randomness, in this pandemonium, you and Chidi found each other and you had a life together.
That was beautiful.
Isn't that remarkable?
Yeah.
Pandemonium is from Paradise Lost.
There we go.
Chidi tricked me into reading Paradise Lost by telling me Satan was, and I quote, my type. I guess all I can do is embrace the pandemonium. Find happiness in the unique insanity of being here. Now.
We'll do this together.
Nice.
In the words of the man that I love, I got you, dog.
You know, for a robot, you make a really good girlfriend.
Not a girl.
I'm 1 out of 3 of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Good luck.
You're gonna do great, man.
Okay.
You got this.
Hi, Chidi.
What a test for her.
I'm Eleanor. Come on in.
I was rewatching the video as I went through the edit, and the whole thing about humanity not being able to be trusted with a status quo that was meant to be good for all of us, the thing that I was talking about earlier in the video, I can see an answer that they'll have trialed being, well, let's get rid of that aspect of ourselves. That thing that makes any system not work. Humanity. Perhaps that's why we have the Eternals as they are. It was a way to try to find the perfect way of being. And in the process of that, they just lost their humanity. For example, there are still chaotic beings like Sean, but he's largely benign in this system they've made. It works, but at what cost? And perhaps this episode goes some way to try to demonstrate that cost. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so there's my question answered, I suppose. What are we going to get from next season? Is it going to be, or this episode, are we going to get it? This test resolved by the end of it? No. That's season 4. Interesting. I really like my theory about the Eternals once being human. I feel like it would provide a lot of really interesting fodder for the kind of existential question of the show. Yeah, this idea of order. What did we do when we found the afterlife? We imposed order. The same thing that we did on Earth. And it's like we keep going round and round and thinking of the same answers to the same questions. And is that our lot? Is that what we're meant to do? Yeah, I mean, that's the point of the episode, Pandemonium. It's all chaos, and we impose these rules, this order, but you can't really, not fully. I mean, that's what I was kind of saying at the beginning of the episode, we're so different, all of us. We'll never find one system or systems that will accommodate everybody and be ultimately fair all at once. That's not going to happen. It is Pandemonium. Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, that was season 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already and you enjoyed this Good Place reaction, please do that down below. Thank you, as always, to those who do support me, by the way. Got some links in the description. I've got early access to my videos on Patreon and YouTube memberships if you fancy. Thank you, as always, to those who do support me. Genuinely, just thank you for your support. If you want to keep the hype train rolling, please consider clicking on either of these videos right here. But other than that, that's it from me. I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon.